Howdy, folks. It's Johan. Wow, that was not my usual one, but howdy, folks. It's Johan, your favorite little egg blob, back at it today with a continuation of some Marsh. Sorry about that. So I'm currently, unfortunately, my job had a, I was in a bit of a weird position at my job, and was not thinking about enough, and was in kind of close proximity to some folks who were not sick, but for the level of precautions that me and my household take, I have gone into a quarantine to just sort of make sure, since we've got folks that absolutely cannot get sick. Which I only bring up because it is very cold where I'm at, and we maintain a negative pressure zone by basically sealing off the part of the house that I'm in and running a fan constantly. So it is very cold outside temperature, and can't use the heating vents since, you know, that's that's air exchange with the rest of the house. As a result, I am left trying to heat a small space with a space heater, and just as I was turning on, I'm guessing someone must have like started using a microwave or some such, because my power flickered. Fortunately, not enough to disrupt this, but enough to be very noticeable to me. So, if you're wondering why I was a little weird there, that's why. But yeah, we are back. We're doing some challenge runs. We're gonna do this for, we'll see how much we get in about an hour or so. We're working on the one that, this is the compilation, which we got, we got up to the box, last time, but then we kept sort of stumbling on that hurdle, but we were able to pretty consistently get through the first 4 fine. It's just number 5 that gets us. But we'll see. New day. Not having been playing Marsh for the time, or not playing Marsh leading up to these runs, perhaps we'll be a little woohoo. Perhaps we'll be a little more sharp, a little more fresh, and then peter out later on. Ah. Oh, and missed that. I got startled because I'm guessing Wi-Fi cut out. So maybe it wasn't, maybe there was some sort of weather event that cut stuff out, because I think Wi-Fi must have dropped. See, now, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of doing a pre-record. On stream, I would be panicking going, wait, like, can people hear me? Here, I don't have to worry about it. Whoa, goodness. Yeah, so we're chilling. Unfortunately, emphasis on the chill. Oh, okay, took our second hit there. Need to be very careful. There we go. I'm still figuring out the, like, optimal level of concentration for me, in Marsh. Because if I concentrate too hard, I think I get too invested and start making mistakes from, like, being almost, like, stressed about it. So a bit of distraction is good, because then I can sort of head empty, just do what needs to get done. But I also can't be too distracted, obviously, because if I'm too distracted, I make stupid mistakes that are easily preventable by just seeing what's on the screen. So I need to figure out what my flow state is that allows me to just be like, yes, no anxious thoughts, but also paying attention so that I don't die. Nice. Sometimes doing the music helps. I'm sure that's not at all annoying to have me just mimicking the music, but there sure is a lot of it. Yeah, don't know what the optimal state is. But whoop. I've been trying to figure out more of that just like in my life in general. Because I think right, red to the sky. I've heard it man, my psych degree was real neat. I did learn a lot, but I didn't really go that much into the clinical side of things. It was more just sort of overview. Oh, went short, but jump over the blue. So unfortunately, I haven't covered a lot in regards to like positive or oh, blue straight through. Joy literally just figured that out or just succeeded at that and then mucked it up. But there's a concept I believe in positive psychology, which I think is also called like Rogerian or humanitarian psychology. It's basically it's a lot of, rather than trying to like provide solutions to clients or patients. Whoop. So that goes up and over and then through. There we go. Oh, we already got there. Little bit of hit. Nice. It's sort of oriented on trying to just reflect back what the speaker is saying and be an understanding, listening voice that stays calm, and allows them to sort of reach their own conclusions, solve their own problems, which might not sound super fantastic, but I would like to suggest that in a lot of cases, therapy is a way of providing tools to people, and if they are not interested in the tools, it's not going to do a whole lot. So kind of leaving it to the person to sort themselves, but giving them the tool of a interested listening party, I think is a lot more decent than it sounds like on the surface. Okay. Wind would have really mucked us there, but awesome. Oh, just slightly too far forward. Okay. No! Damn. Okay, focusing up. Oh god. Yeah, the wind is kind of brutal. Okay. Okay. Next phase. Juiced a little too hard. But... Oh! Oh! The wind made that real tough. It's okay. Survive, even if we're not getting all the hits in that we'd like. We're getting some good hits in, slow and steady. That was a lot of good hits. Okay. Oh god. Okay! Okay, apparently talking about humanitarian psych. Gotta get the flow state. Oh god, Dark Scrappa. Okay. Yeah, big thing here is just going to be environmental awareness. That's going to oh man, yeah, no, that sucks a lot. Okay. Cause yeah, we're used to being able to lead it a lot more. And the colors are also tough, which I think we've mentioned on a number of these. It's... Oh my... Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Because we also can't really see the Side lasers as much. No, 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 no. Okay, this is not... Do not want to be at 2 hits already. We've worked so hard to get here, but... Whew. This is tough, but doable. We're already on stage 3. Come on, come on, come on. Move. No? No spawn? There we go. Oh god. Oh, this is so nerve-wracking. No! Woohoo! Left side. Oh god. Left side. Woo! Oh god. I can't. Oh crap! I couldn't tell if it was left or right side. Oh no! Oh man. Oh, that's painful. That is really painful. Okay. Oh, and now my mouse is on the screen. Sorry. Oh, that sucked. Now, though, we do know a little bit better what to be expecting with Scrappa, because I'm like, I think of Scrappa as being relatively easy. Like, I don't know. He's not... He is very manageable. I do muck up on him a number of times, but it's usually very preventable things. It's things I understand. And it's just, you know, me being goofy, or usually me being exhausted at the end of a speed run. Man, we overcame that one hurdle and then fell right at the end of the second one. And it's, oh man, because like at least for me, these first 4 are kind of, they're going through the motions, right? They're stamping the form. It's pro forma. Which just, I think, adds an extra layer of like, because now we just sort of have to sit through contemplating how everything went wrong. Yeah, reduced visibility can be a real bastard. No. And I might already be somewhat on tilt, we'll see. Woohoo! I think we can get it back though. Like this is fine. I'm just a little broken up. 2. Wind. 3. Oh, that almost was bad, thanks to the platform. It's 4. 5. 6, mostly. 7. Oh! No! Going for the potion and catching a stray. 2. 3. 4. Okay. There's part of me that's like, oh, if only we had checkpoints. Yeah, but then it would be fundamentally different now, wouldn't it be? Oh, in any case, I think I was talking a bit about like flow state and so on and so forth, and then gave way too much background. Basically, all I'm saying is I believe that form of psychology has talked a fair bit about the concept of flow state as basically something where the challenge of the task and the skill that you have to address that with are in pretty much perfect balance, creating that sort of sense of time going away magically. The kind of time flies when you're having fun, but it's not just when you're having fun, it's also, oh, extra dark. All is void. Oh, that's actually really spooky. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I don't like the alarm clock on night apparently. Yeah, it's basically just that concept of it. I often now think of the analogy of like an engine, which is funny because I still don't actually have a red to the sky. Still don't have a fantastic understanding of engines in any sort of I could actually perform maintenance on them kind of way. I'm working through. I found an almanac for I think Volkswagens, but that does a really good job of sort of like, so you don't know cars, let's sort of take it from the top, what might be going on, because I would love to have like an in-depth understanding of how the systems work, not necessarily for like specific cars, not trying to be a mechanic, but just so that if something's going wrong, I can figure out what's going wrong. Because I think I may have mentioned a little ways back, I was driving early in the morning and my windshield just kept fogging up no matter what I did. And then when I turned on the heat to try and counteract it because it was a cold morning, so maybe it's condensation, I noticed that there was water spitting out of the air vent, which was either the basically air conditioner's coolant drainage, or not coolant, but the water drainage from that being stopped up, which is you get under the car and poke it with a pipe cleaner kind of fix, and costs very little, or basically open up the entire front open up your front hood, gut everything out of there to replace a pinhole leak on an expensive component for like $1,500, $2,000 kind of fix. Bum 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 bum. So but in any case, I like to think of things as like engines a little bit, of trying to make sure that you get the right fuel air mixture, and flow state is kind of getting the right fuel air mixture between the challenge and how your brain is able to tackle it. Woohoo! I thought the wind was going the other way. Oh no, I don't like double bouncing. Or on that, I don't like double bouncing. Whew! And I don't like jumping in the air on accident, but it's okay. No, that's not okay. We are already in a spooky spot, but we succeeded from here previously. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Just don't worry too much. Focus on surviving rather than getting all the damage in. Like here, get the juice and call that a day. That was messy, but we're alive. Blue magnet, please no. 3. Okay. 4. 5.5. Oh god. 6. Oh, this kills the blob. Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, so we need to find the right flow state so that, wow, so that we don't have things like that happen. Two already, man. I mean, like, it's Stir Solar, so like, we don't have to reset a whole lot if that happens, but I will also just be very sad. At the same time, like, ultimately, I think Jump King was kind of the first game where I, like, really had to struggle with this kinda, oh, this sucks, right? Like, we just lost that progress. It's only 10 minutes, but it's like we've made improvements from where we were last time. It still sucks, especially when, like, man, that's, I think, something. When I'm trying to do, like, other things in a, I remember with Jump King, what always was able to, like, get under my skin, it wasn't so much the fall, it was that, like, oh, we're trying to do some goal before we swap games. That was, I think, what most consistently let it get under my skin a bit. And that, you know, like with this, I've got other things I'm trying to get to in the day. You know, I've got some games that I'd like to play. Just kind of for me. I don't actually have a lot of those at the moment, but I've been doing. Okay. Focus on. Sorry. I've been doing some Genshin Impact. I don't typically like the grind. I actually explicitly made a deal with my friends that, they would... Basically, I'm like, look, you want to play this with me? Oh, crap. Happy to sign on, but a lot of the legwork, like, especially the artifact system, I don't know. It's a gacha system for things that it's not even like, oh, I get this and this is somewhat useful. I guess, technically speaking, bad artifacts serve as fodder for upgrading the artifacts that will serve you well later on. But I don't know. It just kind of, it feels bad. I'm enjoying it currently, but basically it was, you all need to be the ones to basically make this tolerable. You do not get to expect me to work on this account on the account on my own. But I've kind of been enjoying it recently. I don't know, just something about, like, let's actually learn this. It's been a while since I've, like, let myself sit down and, like, read stuff about a game and, like, really kind of chunk into it. Did that with Magic last January. Got pretty far. I'm still very proud of getting a constructed mythic rank, even though we kind of squandered that. But so I've been enjoying that, and it's like I kind of want to get to some of that, and so on and so forth. I've got, oh my god, we can jump over. Have I don't know if I've ever actually done that with VicTalk before. I feel like that should not have been as much of a discovery as it feels like it was just now. But yeah, like, I want to do some of that because, again, like, as much fun as it is doing this, it's also nice to have some, like, alone time. Which is weird. Me. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking about, like, the process of recording as much. Also me. Continues to talk about it. But, you know, it is a decent chunk of what I'm doing with my free time at the moment. Oh, man, the battery. The hand isn't that bad with the dark. It's just that you can't see anything, so yeah, you might run into the battery. Maybe I just need to not jump during that. But it's interesting because, like, when I'm doing these, even though I'm not directly talking to folks, and, like, you know, it's not like there's a whole bunch of folks watching these and leaving comments, and to be very clear, not a complaint. if there's anyone who watches these and enjoys these, I know Silver watches the March ones a lot. That's awesome. That's more than it would be otherwise. I'm super glad that I can be having fun and share that experience with folks that get to have fun watching it. That's awesome. But it's still sort of inviting someone into my space, into my time and day, which I think I've talked about before. I'm not an introvert. I'm not an extrovert, and using the concept of the conceptualization of introversion versus extroversion as basically, do you gain energy from being around folks, or do you lose energy from being around folks? I feel the need to make this clarification as someone who has spent way too much time looking at the Big Five personality theory, which includes extroversion as a personality metric. It is this side now. Haha. Nice. Which does not correlate to that. It's sort of do you seek new experiences, which I think is a decent way of like looking at it. That helped me understand a bit some of the things that get associated with air quotes extroverts that aren't purely related to social things. It's because social is often a form of new experience, amongst other things. I'm very ambiverted in that conceptualization of stuff. I'm very finicky in particular about oh crap, my social time, and if I'm going to be getting energy or losing energy. No. Losing energy from it. We might just need to. This just might not be it. Oh my god. Man, okay. I mean, like we're gonna focus and try it. But in any case, I'm somewhat picky about God damn it, about what feels good. We'll try one more time. If this doesn't do it, we'll finish out. We'll do. I don't want to start the next show. I don't want to leave a challenge and move on unless I'm basically giving up on it. I think that will kill my brain. We might just like practice some try and go for that all S rank, because then we'll still probably have about 20 minutes if we fail this out. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm like on a given day, I have to balance like, am I interested in being around people? If yes, which people is also something that's weirdly important. And like, that's not a reflection on, if there's people I'm like, that would kind of be a drain. That's not a negative reflection on them as a person. That's not that, oh, that person is a drain. It's just sometimes, different people you have different kinds of interactions with. And sometimes the typical interactions that you have with folks aren't a vibe. And something that I also need to be better about is being protective of my own time. Or I guess, put another way, I need to be better about saying, hey, I want to do this thing. I'm enjoying doing this thing. And so I'm going to do that. Like that can be reason enough to say no to doing something else. Because like there have been a couple of days where I will fully admit part of why I have not hit my video goal of trying to do like 1 hour-long vid per day, even though I've got the time for it. In general, I've been busy with a number of things, but part of that is people demand attention. Friends saying, hey, can we spend some time together? And while I want to spend that time with them, this is important to me. I like playing these games. I like trying to actually like have a goal for output with them, because it means that I don't just sit there kind of spacing out and such. And, you know, hanging out with friends can help with that. But, like, this is a personal project, and I need to be a little more protective of that, I think. And at the same time, also be mindful of not turning it into something where I'm doing it a whole bunch on a day where I'm not feeling it. Whoa! Yeah, I don't know. That's, I guess, PSA for anyone like me. It's okay to say, hey, I want to do X thing, and even if that thing is hanging out with yourself, basically, or hanging out, or doing something that's an alone activity, that's allowed. And maybe I'm weird in that, because I know plenty of people who, are like socially anxious and such, but still do a very good job of saying, nah, F off, this is my time. or at the very least are willing to like not communicate and just let people implicitly understand that, nah, not feeling it right now. Just let it clip me. But yeah, if there is anyone like me who is like, okay, but I'm not currently doing anything, so I should say yes because I have the time and availability. You time is also something that it should be blocked out in your schedule. Woohoo! It's like, ooh. I think I've mentioned that one of the things I would like to do is make a game at some point. Part of that, I need to make the time for it. But also we will pause. All right, we're going. Apologies for the weird little cut there, communicating some food plans, because I, as I have mentioned, am in a quarantine and thus red to the sky. I am a poor little hapless waif that cannot feed themselves. I've got some things and I've got like a microwave, but blew straight through. But as a result, anything to do with oven and such, woohoo! Definitely requires some association, or some forethought. There we go, some planning. What was I talking about? For the life of me, I cannot remember. But yeah. I will say, taking even just like a little short break, like my mood has vastly improved. Just standing up for a moment and not being too like in it, not having my gamer feelings. See, maybe I should not say that because I don't have a full understanding of what that means, but I've definitely heard people using slurs and such referred to as a quote-unquote gamer moment, so perhaps there's some connotations there that I do not want to be suggesting. But, I don't know, it's even if you're having fun with something, if you're experiencing frustration, which I know I've talked about a lot, but if you're experiencing that frustration, it's very easy when you're just sitting there and doing that over and over again. It's like when you're angry and then you stew on something rather than just like go do something about it. Okay. Crap. I for some reason thought it was blowing to the left. Me. Oh, it helps your mood. Me immediately already back to being kind of heated. Okay. We are stuck on the challenge, and that's all right. Let's see if we can get an S rank. Oh yeah, I don't know. Standing up, just just existing outside whatever you're doing. Again, you can be having fun but still be frustrated with something, so just remembering that there's something else. That's part of why. Okay, we still haven't gotten an S rank on the box. Let's do it. We'll probably get frustrated on this too, but it's, I don't know, it's good to get out of your head on stuff that's already mucked it up. Good to get out of your head, good to have that sort of like moment of clarity, having removed yourself from the frustrating and aggravating situation. Okay. Okay. I'm Marsh? We're just gonna go. Marsh is getting still having fun. I want to be very clear, but getting on my nerves. Because I'm having some massive skill issues. I will say, also does help, don't compare yourself too much. I know a number of folks who can absolutely rock this, and it frustrates me when I think about this. I'm glad for them. It's like, why am I so bad? It's not that I'm so bad. I'm not great. But it's also just like, you know, different things click with different folks. I could probably beat them at Magic. Partly because I have a lot more experience and such, but, you know, experience also factors into these things. Yeah, folks. Oh my god. Folks have different strengths and weaknesses. And I do think that I do not play a lot of games that show off my strengths on stream. I think my Magic was actually somewhat decent. Definitely suffered a bit by keeping up conversations and such during it, but I hope I came across as a somewhat competent Magic player. Because I am. Not the best, but not the worst. I am certainly a better Magic than Marsh player. Oh my god! Pain. Pain. I did stop to itch my nose there. That is very on me. It's the magnets, man. If there weren't magnets, I know we were dying a lot in the first phase, but I feel like the magnets often... They just feel like a little much to me, but I guess without them, this would probably be a significantly easier thing. Which is probably why they got added. Still something I'll groan about. And then I'm sure Silver will go like, oh, okay, fine. Add a no magnet mode and watch me eat my words. Maybe we'll do one more challenge run, cap it off. Because I don't think this is going anywhere anytime soon. Whew. Again. Okay. We did just make it through 2 of those in a row. You know, something I am doing well at? I'm currently memorizing the Dewey Decimal System. Not like the entirety of it, because, dear God. Nope. I think we do need to be a little more aggressive in passing through the early ones, because otherwise you can get jammed up like that if you get bad luck. But no, I've heard them called a variety of things. But I've most frequently heard the hundreds called the Dewey Centuries, so the sort of top 10 categories, or the top 10 level, or the how to phrase that, the uppermost 10 divisions, the highest conceptual groupings. I've heard those called the Dewey Centuries. I've already got those down, I believe, because the zeros are computers and information science, 100s are philosophy and psychology, 200s are religion, 300s are social sciences, 400s are language, 500s are science, 600s technology, 700s, man, 700s are, I always get stuck on this for some reason mentally, but it's arts and recreation, 800s are literature, which includes things like poetry is what I most often notice in it, and 900s are history and geography. And then I'm currently working on the decades. I think I have the basically the aughts through 90s memorized, and still currently chugging along on the hundreds through 200 decades. Dewey Decimal System, notably, very, very, at the very least English-centric, I would say probably very US-centric in a lot of things. Which is funny because, like, Library of Congress is, you know, that is an American, that is an American, organization doing that, but is actually a little more general and, also gets used internationally. Dewey Decimal also gets used internationally from the US. But I don't know, it's just it's a little goofy to me because like I can't think of the good examples for like it being super US oriented with the Dewey Decimal System, but certainly like Western culture English oriented. In the religions, I don't have the whole thing memorized, but basically, if I recall correctly, up through 279 is all basically something to do with Christianity in one form or another. Oh, damn it. Oh, that was the best we were doing so far. Ooh. But basically, 80s, the 280s, I think might have been just like generically Eastern philosophy or something to that effect, and then the 290s is all other religions. So basically, Christianity, maybe some Eastern stuff, everything else, which is hilariously skewed. But it's, I don't know, I read a good paper called, it was I think The Death of Ontology by someone Shirky. I was trying to watch some stuff about like library organization to bone up on that a little bit. Not that I, as a page, really do a whole lot with that. But I was just kind of curious, and it kind of makes the argument that top-down organization schema, like Library of Congress and Dewey Decimal and such, are actually really, they're brilliant compared to what it used to be, because as I understand it, way back when, you know, a lot of libraries were maintained by churches because they were the monasteries were where they had people who were, oh man, the magnet screwed me out of that. I could have been more aggressive, but then my timing would have been off. But basically, you know, monasteries and such were where you could find literate people with a lot of time to copy things down and, you know, copy down religious texts and then also started copying other ones. Plus, you know, then they also were kind of where a lot of folks started, you know, conducting scientific experiments. But as I understand it, for quite some time, those libraries were organized according to the order of God's creations. Not sure how it was done in the rest of the world, if they had a similar thing based on how their creation myths, but that, at least to me, the source I was, that seems very very Bible coded to me. Woo! Okay. But oh god. Oh no. Oh, and that's, oh, okay. No, so we've got a little more time. Okay. I thought it was going to be literally last minute, which somehow that hurts less when there's at least one more round required. That's going to be an A, if we're lucky. B+, so we took too long. Oh, interesting. We still got Marshillings for that, so you just get Marshillings for completing things? But yeah, I don't know. That seems very inaccessible. But the paper on the death of ontology, it essentially makes the argument that physical collections or physical analogs for collections don't make sense in the digital era where you know, oh god, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because there's much better ways of organizing the information that doesn't require a strict hierarchy, because information and how we think about it and try to categorize it is inherently a fluid thing. One of his major examples being, I can't remember if it was Dewey or Library of Congress or both, but it had a chunk in the 900s that was organizing things based on countries, on nations, which, you know, change over time, because I believe there is a chunk that is devoted to former Soviet holdings, which is quite goofy since, you know, Soviet Union does not currently exist. So labeling all of these countries and grouping that information around a shared cultural history of something that no longer exists is a bit strange, to say the least. You can make some arguments of, you know, it had an influence and such, but using that as like, oh, this is how these things are supposed to be lumped together is strange. And, you know, you need to add things and modify things because sometimes countries split off from each other or form new ones. It's like Sudan and South Sudan. Whoop. Oh god. Okay, I'm guessing that's going to be an A+. You know what? I'm kind of happy about that. Yes, it's only an A+, but I think I'm gonna get frustrated pushing more. Similar to last one. Let's learn to quit while we're ahead. So this will be a little short. We'll see. Maybe we'll do we'll do a longer one, but I think breaking it up a little bit more, yeah, some of these won't have forward progress, but hopefully you enjoy just the chill times and working towards the goal. Wrapping up the thoughts on ontology, though, basically his argument is because things are fluid, so should our categorization system, so use tagging systems, which doesn't map onto a physical collection super well unless you're using like RFID management and such. But yeah, I don't know, lots of cool ways to think about it, but trying to memorize it since that's how I need to navigate stuff. In any case, thank you all very much for watching. This has been fantastic. Hope that you felt good spending time with me struggling through this on the struggle bus. But we will have to pick it up later when I'm once again recharged and we'll finally beat that challenge, I bet. Thank you all for watching. Hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching it. Go out, do great things, take care of yourself like I'm trying to do. But for now, I must bid you adieu. Bye!